Hi, Leo, or anyone watching for Leo. This is a love reading. It is timeless, so it should resonate whenever you find it. If you're watching for Leo, just reverse the roles. So, Leo, I shuffled your deck, I've pulled your cards, and what you've got coming out is the Four of Wands, Ten of Wands reverse, and the Fool in the reverse. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles reverse, Queen of Wands. Okay, so this looks like the person that you are interested in or thinking about is wanting your attention. This to me feels like somebody has been trying to work on themselves or revamp like how you see them. It looks to me like this person could have come back into your life recently and you were viewing them as like being a mistake or being somebody that you wasted your time on. I feel like this is definitely really heavy X energy. So for those of you who are looking for new love or wanting new love, my apologies, but this is the message that's coming out. Um, yeah, this looks like somebody that you've been with in the past. Now, I'm not sure when. So this could even be somebody before the person that you last dealt with, right? This is someone who would have had a very significant change, like they would have inspired a very significant change inside of you. So this could have been someone that you dealt with when you were younger or like one of your earlier relationships, because I'm seeing that when you were with this person, you were actually like a totally different person. You were kind of suffering from something that I feel like Leos often suffer from early on in their life, which is like trying to get validation from their partners or from their peers. And so at the time, there was something about this person that seemed like it was a good look for you, or you could see yourself being with them, right? Now, for whatever reason that didn't work out, kind of looks like that person was either a cheater or a liar. Ooh, or they could have been an addict. And they could have had issues with their mom, or this could be like an ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, ex-wife, whatever. There was somebody who was like controlling the situation outside of you. So if you were dealing with someone when you were younger, maybe that was the mom, not wanting them to date. Or if you were in a relationship with this person, maybe they were like a mama's boy or a mama's girl. And there was something about that where you felt like they were always choosing that other energy over you, right? Or if they had an ex, maybe they had like a tendency to pander to that person rather than really integrate you into their life and make you the priority and have that person be, second or whatever, because if you have kids with somebody, obviously you need to deal with them at times. But there was something here about this person where it felt like there was always someone else controlling the narrative outside of them and outside of you. Could be this person's behavior, though. It's very possible this person was an addict when you were dealing with them. And so they always put that over you, right? So, anyway, about this person, it's looking to me like they're back in some form or fashion. You've already given up on this, though. I think that's part of your hesitation, that you've already decided this is not the person for you. They could have moved on and been with other people, and you could have done the same. But with this person, it's almost like you're receiving some kind of invitation because they're wanting you to see that they could be a viable option in your life. I feel like for you, that's a little bit difficult just because your guard is already up about this person. Plus, you've changed so much. There's a real hesitancy, like, well, would I even resonate with this person anymore? Would I see what I used to see in them now? Would they even like me, right? Not that it really matters, because I don't feel from your energy that you're really like hung up on whether or not this person is interested in you. But it's more about compatibility, right? It's like, would we even have anything to talk about, because I'm not the person that I used to be back when, right? I feel like if this hasn't happened yet, give it a little bit of time, because this is looking like this person has a lot that they want to tell you, that perhaps they did not tell you in the past when they had your attention. So you can prepare yourself for that if that's something that you have not dealt with yet, or if you did get that message but you haven't like replied or figured out how you want to deal with it. It looks like this person wants to kind of open up to you and explain either why they did what they did in the past or what's happened to them since that's given them some sort of like epiphany. You could have been warning them too, is what this looks like to me. Maybe you were warning them about the error of their ways, whether it was like, you're going to lose me, or these people don't have your best interest in mind. there's something about this person I feel like that's just really toxic. And it could have changed, don't get me wrong, but when you were dealing with them in the past, they had a tendency to always go back towards these situations that it was like they were so far beneath them, right? And you were there like, hey, why do you not see me? But you're over here with all this toxicity. Like that kind of did something to your self esteem. And that's why you've drastically changed over the years. Maybe telling yourself, like, I'll never be in a situation like that again, or I'd never treat somebody that way. So I wouldn't put up with that kind of behavior. I don't know why I put up with it before, right? I feel like when you get in touch with this person, when they get in touch with you, rather, you're going to have to decide if this is something you can deal with. Some of you, you do feel like this is the one that got away. And so it's kind of like, okay, maybe my thoughts return to this person and I unintentionally manifested them into my life. But what I'm seeing here is you will either decide that you impulsively want to see what's going on with them, or for probably about, I'd say, the other half of you, 50-50, you might end up blocking this person very quickly simply because you're not in the same place. You don't want to deal with that. You don't even want to be tempted to see what's going on with them. As far as your opportunity, you got the Page of Cups, which it is a nice energy in the sense that like you could get that apology, right? Or maybe whatever this person has to tell you would change the way you view them to the point that you can look back on the time you spent with them a little bit more fondly, right? There's kind of this energy of like being able to return to when things were simpler. It's very possible too, just for those of you that had a relationship with somebody who was wrapped up with this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse energy, whoever this dominant woman or man was, it was always kind of on the outside dictating. It's very possible that the person that you were dealing with has finally stood up to them, because it feels like there's something about that that has also changed. And it seems like they're not really, I don't know if they're just not communicating with that person anymore, or if they finally see like who that person was, right? That they were just using them, or that they were trying to control them or manipulate them, right? So something about this person has changed too. A lot of that is that whatever you were warning them about, it seems like it actually happened, or they got a chance to see it for themselves. As far as your obstacle, you got Five of Pentacles in the reverse. And to me, that's a pretty big obstacle, right? Because this person could be coming back to you when they're a little bit down on their luck. If they ended up separating from whoever this Queen of Pentacles is, or just moving out of their parents' house or something, it feels like you're going to view them as needing help. So, perhaps this person was an addict and you felt like you were always having to take care of them. You already have a perception of them as being like, I don't want to say beneath you, but almost like they're just really behind. They're not where they're supposed to be as far as like stability, right? I do see that this person likes to have a good time. I think you had a good time when you were with them, but I think when you started really assessing the situation and looking at whether or not they could be an asset to your future and your growth, you saw that that was not the case. I think that's kind of where you guys started butting heads or having a lot of your problems. So when I'm looking at your obstacle, this person, they put a lot of emphasis on like having fun or having material items, but have they grown in the sense that they found some sort of spirituality or a bigger sense of who they are, right? How have they changed? And are you willing to stick around long enough to even ascertain that? Because with you, I'm seeing kind of this knee-jerk reaction to like very quickly block them, right? Or just be like, hey, I'm working on a whole bunch of new stuff. I don't have time for this. Now, your advice for this or something to consider is the Three of Pentacles. You could be dealing with a Cancer or have Cancer in your chart, because they actually got the same thing to consider. I'm going to clarify yours because I feel like the energy of yours is a little bit different than theirs. So, yeah, okay. You got the Ten of Wands. So that's a pretty big thing to consider, simply because you're coming in with the Ten of Wands in the reverse. And so this would be a burden to you, okay? This would be some work that you'd have to do. For some of you, this person is in the process of getting a separation or a divorce, or they've created the distance, but they haven't like done that final thing they need to do, right? And so they could be looking to you for like some kind of like reassurance or support. There's an energy here of something about this person making you feel like you would have to pick this burden back up, right? It could very well be that they need help. You know, you got Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Five of Swords. For some of you, whoever they were dealing with or whatever that situation was that you kept trying to tell them about, it's blown up in their face to the point that they are like on their last dime, or they're really struggling, right? So something to consider is like, if this person is coming back into your life, I think it's because they not only do they care about you, but you have your life together. And so it's almost like this person wants some sort of tutelage, or they want you to show them how to like adult, right? Now that they're on their own. It's very possible that you've always been very independent, or that you moved out early, or you just never moved back home, or whatever. Whereas whoever this is, they have kind of a codependent energy about them. So I would just be a little bit mindful of that, because I'm not saying they have an ulterior motive, but it definitely looks like they need something from you, right? Whether it's some kind of like advice or help. They're kind of hoping that you'll help them unpack the aftermath of their decision to move away from whoever this kind of controlling energy was. So it's like, do you want to deal with somebody that you have to think for or guide like step by step, right? All right, guys, I'm going to take this over to the extended reading and see what's really going on with them. We're going to take a look at their feelings for you, actions, what they've got going on in their life right now. Why are they coming back? Why are they behaving the way that they are? I'm going to look at all kinds of stuff. We'll see what they want out of this connection. I'm going to put the preview at the end of the video, and the link is in the description box. Your person, either they were like super unruly when you were with them, or you are having a very hard time with your own ideas about like whether or not you should be with them or deal with them again, because your deck was like so uncooperative as I was shuffling. All right, so let's take a look at what is going on. Your person is Eight of Swords in the reverse. They just experienced a very sudden ending. I don't think it has anything to do with you, okay? I think it was whatever they were so attached to. It was like blinding them. It was blinding them from being able to see the truth. It was blinding them from being able to move on in their life and build with you. This person was like so stuck. And I feel like the universe was not having it. You were a blessing to this person. You know, you were a blessing to them for like whatever they had been through, right? What I think is weird though is it's almost like whatever this person had been through, instead of them seeing that you were a blessing and moving away from that to be with you, they saw that you were a blessing. They took advantage of your kindness or of you giving them attention. And then they refused to let go of whatever was like the initial trauma.